Welcome back to the Mix Make Believe Kitchen, and it's back with Chef Turner, the man, the myth, the legend. What's going on, Chef?
Oh, same old thing, cooking my parties, cooking a little Wagyu.
I don't know, getting on the cover of a magazine.
Yeah, just been blessed. This is third year in a row, so shout out to Solesh Magazine for sure.
Making the Arizona's best private chef. Now, how do you get this? What's the criteria for it?
I don't know what really goes into it. They judge off of how busy you are, social media presence, how many people tag you in these posts and things like that, and then they just let me know.
So it's not even about cooking?
It is about cooking. Well, a little bit.
He's like, I don't know, all the parties I have, all the things. Oh, it's also about my cooking, too.
Well, you gotta, it's like your reputation, I guess.
Yeah, it is. No, it's because you are an amazing chef, and you're about to show us how to cook a very important piece of meat.
Yes.
And that is Wagyu. Why is Wagyu such the most popular meat right now? And again, so expensive.
It is very expensive. This is about a $200 cut right here.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and it's what people love about it is the marbling. This is bred to grow this way. It's not a typical way that you're gonna
find meat like that.
Right. This isn't a normal way.
Before you fire up, that's $200. This is not. Let's just make sure what are you making. What are you making so we don't mess it up.
Right. Let's and we're just going to sear it and serve it. So what I do at my parties, if they have Wagyu as a tasting, then it's just seared, sliced, served, nothing special. It's not really served with anything, and it's bite-sized.
Okay, and let's talk about cooking this, because again, you don't want to mess up this kind of meat. So let's go ahead and get you started there, and let's talk about searing, because this is important here. It's not something you leave there on the pan or anything like that, do you?
No. So what you're going to do is you're just going to do a little bit of salt. And I believe in seasoning food. Some chefs will, might just sear it straight up. I like a little bit of flavor.
Because it already has a good taste to it already, right? Doesn't it?
Yes, it does. So. It's got a lot of flavor. And you don't want to take away from that. So you got to go light for sure.
Right.
Make sure we got fire
Can you
here.
grill this? Is it smart to grill this or just sear it more?
You could grill it, but, you're going to have a lot of flare-ups from the fat. It's super fatty content. And but you got to be fast with it. High heat, fast. You want it to render, and then
and move around that way.
Yeah. So. Just real minimalist cooking approach to this.
All right. And I saw you season just one side. Is that really what you want to do, or
I'm just going to go in a little
on both sides?
Just a little bit, and truly you could season it after it's cooked if you wanted to. It's
But this is the kind of meat, for $200, I'm not going to break out the A1 sauce.
No, you definitely not. If you break out A1 sauce on this, we're going to have issues.
We're going to have a little fight with it. So.
Yeah, you could do a little butter sauce or something if you wanted to, just to have something to dip in it, or, something that's really going to change the flavor profile. Yeah. But honestly, I like it just like this, just straight up served. It gives you a chance, because you're paying, I learned a long time ago, your recipe is only as good as your worst quality ingredient.
Right.
So if I got $200 steak and then I'm mixing in a $1.99 bottle of A1 sauce, I just created a $1.99 dish.
There you go. So it's all the seasoning that you want to make sure. And of course, it's all in the way you cook it too. So now, as we're watching this,
get a nice sear here, y'all want to.
And so when you say sear, what is searing? When people come, oh yeah, you sear it. For those who might be at home thinking sear is just leave it on there, right?
What you're doing, you're searing it at a high temperature usually, and what you want to do is you're locking into juice.
All right.
So you're creating a barrier that locks into juice. So if you do one side of steak, fish, poultry, you're creating a barrier so the juice gets caught on the inside and doesn't come out. So that's what a sear is for.
Nice. All right. And what oil should you put in there?
All I did was wipe this pan with a little bit of high temp olive oil.
Okay.
You could use beef tallow, would be awesome in this dish. Other than that, you could really go dry with it because it produces so much fat. If you can see, if the camera can catch it, you see how much
fat's in there.
How much that is, and we're gonna flip that. Y'all see that?
Oh my goodness, look at that.
And we gotta be careful.
Over nicely. And again, you said the big part is not to overcook it and burn it, right?
Right. You don't want to overcook it, and you don't. You just want it to sear. Really, just lock it in. Y'all see how thin this steak is?
Yeah.
You don't have a whole lot of time to play with, so you really want to make sure your pan's hot. You can get that quick sear on one side, sear it on the other side, lock in the juices, and that's it. Typically, I would like to let this rest for maybe 5 minutes.
Yeah.
The bigger the meat, the longer it needs to rest. So with something small like this, it really doesn't need to rest that long before the juice is gonna get absorbed back into the meat, and it's just gonna even be more rich and more flavorful.
All right. While you're doing that, what do you want me to do? Some little garlic here? Is this what we need to do?
We're just gonna throw it in the pan.
Oh, we're gonna do it in the pan?
Yeah, we're just gonna throw it right on in the
I
pan.
thought we don't chop it up or hit it or anything like that?
No, it's not necessary.
So.
And again, this is really
really just, I mean, I'm looking at it right now. So look,
it's really not necessary to add any herbs or anything like that because you do have so much flavor. But you know, why not? We're doing it
style like that.
right. And if this was just say a normal ribeye or a piece of filet or something, this is an awesome way to do it. Just get that flavor mixed in there.
So, all right, let me ask you, where do you find Wagyu steak at? Because I know you got to go to a special Wagyu person, right?
There's places around town that can get it, and you can order it through a lot of your local restaurants and your local markets
and everything.
But I go online and get mine. The Wagyu shop is a really good spot to go. They're online, thewagyushop.com.
And it comes with a certificate. That's the thing about this.
Yes, you know that's legit.
When they come with the certificate, it tells you how much.
Yes.
All right.
So we're going to just slice into this here. Let me
do you
slice it this way.
Do you eat the fat and everything together? Is that what you do? Or do you want to cut the fat off or anything? Ooh, look at that beauty.
How is that, guys?
Look at that. Oh my goodness, show them off. There you go.
So that's what we're working with right there. And we're just going to cut little strips.
Little strips, and then you're going to plate it over there? What are we going to do?
We're gonna add a few strips. So this is kind of how I would do it if I was serving this at one of my dinner parties.
I like it. All right, tell them where they can find you, Chef.
ChefWilliamTurner.com. They can also follow me on Instagram at Chef Will Turner. Holiday season's coming up. Book early.
There you go. I like it. And of course, you can pick up the So Dish with him on it, find out about his story and everything. So, all right, there it is. Cooked, all done, ready to go. All right, come on back. We got more mix right after this.